All right, thank you. Hey, my name is Emmett Reed. I'm the Executive Director of the Florida Healthcare Association, and I'm so happy to be here with a coalition called Silver Solutions with AARP, Leading Age Florida, and the Florida Healthcare Association. Let's hear it for everybody. So we have an exciting event here on the fourth floor of Florida's Capitol. We're going to be talking with some of the residents of care centers. And today, we're going to be talking about the importance of funding for home and community-based services and funding for nursing home care. And there's no better advocate for that than Representative Thad Altman, who's joined us today. Representative, come on up. Let's hear it for him.
Well, first of all, I want to thank you for taking the time to come to the Capitol. And this is an incredibly critical time, so your timing is perfect. We are just now, we've passed the budget in both houses. We're going to go to conference here next week where we work out the differences. And, of course, the support that we provide to our seniors in our nursing homes and home care is so incredibly important. And we need you here to advocate for that. I come from Brevard County. We have over 180,000 seniors, which I'm like right there to be a part of that. And so there, and we will have close to 300,000 probably within the next 10 or 15 years with the growth rate. And it makes a difference when people take the time to come here, to visit with their legislators, to voice their concerns, to show that they are aware of what's happening here. The Florida Healthcare Association does a phenomenal job for you guys up here in Tallahassee, and they're wonderful advocates. The time is really critical. Seniors have worked their entire life giving to the system, investing in the system, paying a lot of taxes. We need to return that when they're at a time of their life where they need some help and support. And so that's what this is all about. So it's a great honor being here. Thank you again for taking the time. And I'm going to be meeting with some folks from my area here a little bit later as well.
Right. Let's hear it for the representative. Thank you so much for your support, Representative. It's great to have people like you in our corner. And now I'm going to have a seat here next to Miss Leola Ash. How are you today?
I'm doing fine.
Now, where do you live?
I live in Tallahassee.
Tallahassee, Florida, and I've heard you've lived here since 1971. Is that right? 71?
Yes, 71.
And right now you're at Centerpoint, is that correct?
I'm living at Centerpoint because I had multiple strokes.
Okay, and how's the care you receive at Centerpoint?
Real good, very good.
And do you feel like it's your home now?
Yes, it's my home now.
And
I've been there for over a year.
Over a year, and they take good care of you?
Yeah, they take very good care of me.
So funding nursing homes is important?
Very important.
Okay, well, we want to thank you, first of all, for being a great Tallahassean since 1971. And I hear you're also one of the favorites over there at Centerpoint. What do you think about that?
I don't think so, but if they say so,
Okay.
I enjoy them too.
Oh, that's good. Do they have activities and things
Yes,
that nature?
do. They have very good activities.
What's your favorite activity that you like to do there?
I like to play games.
Okay, that's good. Well, we are so thankful that you're here today, and we just hope that the Florida legislature understands that it's people like you that help build our communities that need this help. Don't you agree?
Yes, I agree.
All righty. Let's hear it for. Isn't that great? All right, Bill and Ray. Bill, come on, step up here. We got Bill and Ray, right? Son, is this your
Son-in-law.
Yeah, tell us the relationship here.
Ray is my father-in-law.
Okay. And Ray, you're at Centerpoint as well?
Yes.
All right. And I understand you served in the military. Is that right?
Navy.
Navy. Let's hear it for them. Oh. I know our chief lobbyist, Bob Estalis, served in the Navy, too. You probably outrank him.
No, I was just enlisted E8.
Well, we sure appreciate your service, and now, Bill, let me talk to you for a moment. Tell me the importance of having a place like Centerpoint for Ray to be cared for.
Well, it's an excellent facility. The staff is wonderful, and it's very convenient. So, for example, to come visit Ray, it's a 5-minute drive. It's really very good.
That's good. And what do you feel about the quality of care that he receives?
I think it's excellent. I really do. When he came in, he was rather fragile, and he's built himself up. He's doing very well with the help of the therapists and stuff.
Well, that's good. You know, you mentioned help. Laura, could you step up here? First of all, let's hear it for Bill and Ray. Great job. And Laura, tell us what you do, where you work. I can see it on your shirt, but let everyone know.
Okay, so I work at Centerpoint Health and Rehab. I'm actually a rehab tech there, but I do work with the patients on a daily basis. So I do help them get them ready for the day or getting ready for bed. So with this bill, I think it would be great to better the quality of care that we give them. It's just sometimes we move so fast because we're limited on staff. So it would really help us be able to give them the best care.
Well, and that is so important. Now, this the budget issue that we're talking about for both home and community-based services and nursing home care. Nursing home is going to cut them by $50 million throughout the state. Go back to 2015 rates. If Centerpoint lost, which is the average of $300,000 a nursing home, what would that do?
That would be tragic because then our patient to caregiver ratio would be off, and it would just affect them more than us. I think it wouldn't be great at all.
Right. And you said that staffing is tough, so it's kind of hard to find people to work, right?
It is very hard to find people to work, and great care also.
Well, we want to thank Laura and all the caregivers. Let's give them a round of applause for what they do. Did a fantastic job. And, you know, this is called a Silver Solutions Coalition. It is a true coalition between Leading Age Florida, AARP, Florida Healthcare Association, and we're adding and adding and adding as we go. We're going to work on immediate solutions for home and community-based services funding and nursing home funding today at the Capitol and for the next few weeks. And then in the summer, we're going to get together and talk about what do we do about all these seniors that are going to be coming into our population by nature of their birthdays, right? So who better to do that than the AARP representative, Jack McCrae? Would you welcome Jack?
Thank you, Emmett. Florida has the fastest growing senior population of any state in the union. And that is a blessing for Florida. The retirement industry in Florida is the second largest industry in Florida. And as an example of the economic impact the seniors bring to Florida, $6 billion of Social Security money comes to Florida every month. And if you think about the taxes that seniors pay and sales taxes, et cetera, in spurring the economy, that goes to the state in terms of the budget, hundreds of millions a month to the state. What we're asking is for the legislature to provide the $50 million this year for the nursing homes to keep the quality of level up and to sustain it and to enhance it. We're also asking for an increase in funding for home and community-based services. Now, home and community-based services are especially important for AARP and its members because it allows people to stay in their homes and communities, to be a viable part of their communities, and to continue to contribute. What we're asking is for the legislature to increase the funding for the home and community-based services 10% above the increase in the demand. We have over 70,000 people right now on wait lists for home and community-based services in Florida. Florida can do better than that.
All right. Let's hear it for Jack and AARP. Thank you so much. What a great message. And now it's my pleasure to bring up Leading Age Florida's CEO. He moved from Wyoming, which, you didn't realize you were jumping into the silver tsunami here in Florida, did you, Steve? Steve Ballmer, welcome him.
Thanks, Emmett. Steve, appreciate it. Thank you very much, Emmett. We're very happy to be here, proud to be a part of this coalition with our partners at Florida Healthcare, AARP. We've talked a lot in the last few weeks about the enormity of the solutions that we're working on developing, solving the problems that we currently face, and planning more effectively for the future. It really takes all of us, so we're thrilled to be part of that. I want to introduce, Greta, would you mind stepping up here so everyone can see you? I want to introduce Greta Reed, who also is a proud Tallahassean, not originally from Tallahassee, I don't think. Greta, do you mind telling us where you live?
I currently reside at Westminster Oaks in Tallahassee, Florida. And as you know, we have a 5-star rating, and I want to talk about what quality of care means and how much it costs, and confirm we do not have too many paid people, and nobody would say we did. So think about that.
When we were talking before the event this morning, you said to me, anybody who has lived in a nursing home or has a family member who has lived in a nursing home would never say there are too many staff. Is that's what you said?
Amen.
Amen. Right. So at Westminster Oaks, in addition to being a resident there, you're involved in a number of other activities that involve senior care. Can you talk just quickly about that?
Yes, we started an organization we call Sparklers. We recruit and train volunteers to befriend people living with dementia because we know there is somebody at home even when it doesn't seem that way. But it takes time to connect with people. And we try to train our staff to do that. They are actually profiled before they're hired to make sure they can do that. But they're busy. They need to be paid for the work they do. Otherwise, they're going to be hired away by Burger King. So,
and we see that all over the state where folks who spend their working hours taking care of seniors, doing the hard work that we talked about before, are being drawn away from this profession to work in fast food and those sorts of things. Talk a little bit more about the checklist that Westminster Oaks uses before it hires folks and what that means for you in terms of how difficult it is to hire and why this money is so important.
Well, our employees in the health services part have to go through a personality profile to make sure they're suited. Now, this requires a capacity that needs to be reimbursed and rewarded. And the emphasis is on being able to do person-centered care and not just having a checklist. Okay, I cleaned the room, I bathed the patient, I did this and I did that. But how was it done? And that's what's so important. You cannot keep and retain people who can do this kind of thing without paying them what they're worth. And I think our senior citizens, as Jack so ably said, deserve our support. We have veterans who've served, firefighters, policemen, teachers, nurses, doctors who've all served our country and now are retiring, and they need care.
I'm going to close by echoing what you said to begin with, Ms. Greta. Amen. Amen. We hope the legislature will help us out. Thanks again, Emmett. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Great job. Let's hear it for all of our speakers today. We sure appreciate it. So now if you're watching this on Facebook or wherever you're watching it on social media, please remember to contact your legislature. Talk to them about home and community-based funding. Talk to them about funding nursing home care properly. Talk to them about the stories you heard from Greta, Leola, Ray, Bill, Laura. It's personal. It's personal. It's our grandmothers, it's our grandfathers, aunts, uncles, brothers, and sisters, and they deserve great care. Wouldn't you agree? Yeah. All right, we'll see you at the Capitol. Thank you.